It's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 55. Set to kick off.
After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. This will make it into the end zone. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Rivers hands this one to Mack. He finds an opening past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The ball carrier.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Marlon Mack. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
Taylor, the ball
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
The tackle there by George Odom.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Rosen. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
3 and out.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Isaiah Rodgers. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
The ball carrier.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. the 20. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 16-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears nothing.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, it's Mack. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run here with Mack, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Colts are able to grow their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
First down, a run with Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Cohen, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Malik Hooker.
From the 45 on second down, Rosen throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Darius Leonard, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return, it's Rodgers. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. A play fake to Mack, now Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, Not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it. It's Mack. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 3rd down, Rivers. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Taken in at the 22. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That is caught by Cohen. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And
that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
3rd and 11.
And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. To come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. On play action, Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground with Mack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They give to Tanner out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Rosen. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 13 yards remaining on second down. Anthony Miller, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, it's Cohen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down and 4, Rosen. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 35-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Well, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Mack. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
In the 3rd quarter of play, with the score Colts 13, Bears nothing.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Now a run with Mack. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 48 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. Throwing Rivers. This is caught. And he is going to lose yardage here. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Rolling to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Rivers on the money, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. A gain of 3, second down.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. Super Bowl 55 hitting the home stretch, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Houston in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes,